friends, second installment for Friday since we're up at the lake. I'm going to do this second unit here. I still have the actual whips from yesterday to put in the closet, but I thought going through the units first to see what I have before putting things away would probably be the best. I'm coming across twine, crochet, I don't know what to call this, crochet thread, I guess is what this is, and they are spools, so I'll probably be using these units to store that, but I need to clean them out first. And after yesterday's video, I was putting things away that I thought were scrap yarn, but it's actually 100% Parisian yarn. So this unit behind me was pretty much empty, and the bigger drawers fit these okay, and I don't have very much of it. Some of the skeins are, it specifically says it's for needlepoint and crewel, but it's 100% wool. So with my rug hooking, I think that's kind of what you use for some of the colors and things. So I'm going to store it in here. So that was kind of a neat little find that I didn't realize. I just thought it was yarn, like acrylic yarn, but it's actually 100% wool. So that was kind of fun to find. So I'm going to put the 100% wool types in the bigger ones. And then as I get these DMC Pearl Cottons, I mean, I can fit, like I said, 9 in each of these. So there's still a few empty ones down here. I haven't gotten into buying wool yarn yet, but as I do my projects, I'm trying to be good and only do one project at a time with the rug hooking. But with my first start was a rug hook with yarn, and then the second one was given to me with actual wool. So I'm just trying not to do what I did with cross stitch, but maybe it's just the person that I am. We'll see what happens. But for now, like I said, the top ones are still empty, and my hopes for those are going to be the silks or other DMC Pearl Cotton type threads. But for the drawers anyway, I think the storage of yarn is better suited. Instead of trying to put yarn in these and put them on a shelf in there, I get more yarn in a drawer than I can in these side by side. So these make more sense to use for whips. So that's kind of what I'm going to do. Like I said yesterday, put all my whips that I find that are crochet related or knitting related in these, and put these back in the closet stacked, and I can even label them what project they are, that, you know, like if it's a scarf or a bag or gloves or a hat, that kind of thing. So that's kind of what I'm hoping by the end of this challenge I'll have situated up there, so that if I want to just crochet on something one day and I remember where my whips are, I can just go grab a whip and finish it. Like I said, I get excited when I see going through these what I've started and like, oh, I want to finish that. So this is a good thing. So that's kind of what I'm doing here, is I'm finding my basket for laundry basket. Like I did yesterday, I'm going to go ahead and empty the items in here, and then just, if they're going to stay in these drawers, I'll put them back in with a little bit more a semblance, knowing what they are. And even just looking here, standing here, apparently this drawer has some more of these containers in them, and I'm noticing these are cotton yarns, 100% cotton. So maybe one drawer can be 100% cotton. The things that I use, like supplies, another drawer can be for the supplies of my crochet, and then the third one can be the crochet threads or big spools that aren't actually in a skein or a tube. So let me do that, and we will be back with this unit, and we'll talk to you in a second. Okay, friends, that was about 15 minutes. Let me get down here. Oops, I didn't plug in my microphone. Just a second, and we're all tangled up. I got a little into that organizing and forgot. Let's plug you back in. All right. Okay. I think so. All right, we're good. Sorry about that. Anyway, I went ahead and went through these drawers. Get down here for a second. These systems are okay. They're a Walmart find. But because of the color, I was like, this will work, and it's good storage space. They just don't open very easy when you have stuff on top of them. That makes it heavy, but it's fine. So the top drawer ended up being the twine and the crochet thread and a few of the long rolls. Once I get this challenge done, you know, I'll probably, as I'm using this, take them off of these. When I first got back into organizing my yarns, I thought these paper towel rolls would be good, but they tend to get a little messy and they're not easily stored. So the balls are better, so that's why we have the ball winder. But these are all 100% cottons or the crochet thread or twine. And then I went and didn't do a whole lot in there because I already had all my 100% cottons in here that are the smaller skeins. So I just kept these pretty much the same. They have it's like a sock drawer organizer down in the bottom so that you can put them in the compartments. But I tended to buy more 100% cottons, so it's pretty full. But they're great for dishcloths and things like that. And then the bottom drawer already had all of my needles and knitting needles as well as crochet hooks. So I just kind of stacked them in here where they would fit. That way they're all in one place. And then I found this container because I think I showed you these containers. There were like my needles for crochet when you're whip stitching and stuff like that. So I just ended up putting those in here. And then the other things that were in here were like when you're knitting, they guard your fingers, like finger guards, my pom-pom makers, a couple counters when you're counting your rows, and then these are little nettings to hold your yarn or yarn tags. So it fit in here perfect, so that's where I'll keep those, and then I'll keep them in this drawer for my supplies. And if I need a crochet or knitting supply, I'll know that it's this unit here. These I'll probably end up using for excuse me while I fix you, my craft supplies, because I've been finding more supplies to, whoops, I am making a mess of you. All right, make sure you're tight on there. There we go. But as I'm cleaning things out, I find these stack well in the drawers, and right now I have that unit in the closet that's holding some craft supplies. So I'm still not done in the hall closet. There might be some things that I can store in there, or as I'm looking around, if there's things on the counters that I don't really use after I get back into making things, then I'll just use these as my storage. So that was Friday's challenge. So this unit's done. This unit's done until I find more yarns that I can put in there. And I think Saturday we'll go ahead and work on that second unit. And then Sunday we'll probably be actually putting these back into the closet and labeling them as a video. Of course, this will all be done before I leave so that I can, have something to post each day that we're doing this challenge. So in reality, this is getting done in Thursday and Friday before we leave, and then it'll all be posted each day just to have something to keep you entertained. Although it's not for entertainment. It's really to get me organized so that I can actually get back to some of these projects and finish them. And then when these get empty, we can use them either for storage or the next new projects that I start. So thanks for joining me, and I hope you're enjoying and maybe even getting an incentive to do a little organizing yourselves. We'll talk to you again tomorrow. Bye-bye.